Hi champions. So this is your Krishnendu sir again from ICE Academy, and I'm back again with another round of previous year SSC questions, right? So in our last class, in our last session, we discussed about noun, right? So I hope our last session gave you that extra edge, and this time we are going even bigger. Let's learn, level up, and move one step closer to your dream. So, today we are going to discuss pronoun. I know confusion, and that's why we are going to discuss PYC, previous year questions, which have come so far from this chapter. Right, guys? So, buckle up. Let's start our session. And here is your first question. He is a university professor, but of his three sons, neither has any merit. Now, some of you are thinking that why A is used before university. That means the error is in this part. But let me tell you, no. University, the word starts with U. Now, when you pronounce U, it should be combined with E plus U. That means two vowel sounds are combined together to pronounce this single sound. And that's why always A should be used before U. Never an. Now, and can be used. Suppose if I say umbrella. Umbrella. Look, the pronunciation starts with A. Umbrella. University. Umbrella. And as a single vowel sound is there, therefore and should be used. Right? So, the sentence is grammatically correct here. Let's move on to the next part. He is a university professor, but of his three sons. Now, look at here. Of his three sons, neither has any merit, and then this part, neither. They are called either, neither. They are called distributive pronouns. Distributive pronouns, neither, either. Now, either and neither, they are used only for two persons or things. Okay, only for there is another one, both. So they are used only for two persons or things. And when there is more than two persons or things, in case of neither, none should be used. In case of either, any should be used. Okay, guys. So here the sentence provides three sons. Obviously, three means it is more than two. So if it is more than two, you cannot use neither. So the error is in the third part of the sentence. It should be replaced by none has any merit. So the correct sentence should be he is a university professor, but of his three sons, none has any merit. Right? I hope you guys you guys have understood that. Let's move on to our next question. Now, this has come in 2010. Next question. It is from MTS examination 2013. He is fatter than me. Okay. So, in the sentence, you can clearly understand there is a comparison. A comparison is made between he and me. Now, to understand this concept, you have to understand case. You have to understand case of the pronouns. Now, let me write two sentences. He is a good boy. And next sentence, I like him very much. So two sentences are written here. Now, in the first sentence, look, in the first sentence, he, that is the subject, it is the subject of the sentence. And in the next sentence, I like him. This is object. Car object of this like verb. Now, can I write I like he very much? Answer is no. I cannot write I like he very much. Neither can I write him is a good boy. It cannot also be written. Why? Because some pronouns are there which are only used as subjective case, বা যেটাকে আমরা বলি nominative case of the pronoun, and some pronouns are there which are always written as objective case, right? You cannot use a subjective case pronoun as objective case or an objective case pronoun as subjective case. Clear so much? Clear with this far? Now, so I, that is the subjective case pronoun and or nominative case pronoun, and the objective case is me. So now in this sentence, than me, this is, you can say, this is objective case. Objective case pronoun has been used here, right? Now, grammar says he, that is the subjective case. So in this sentence, a subjective case pronoun or nominative case pronoun is compared with an objective case pronoun, which is grammatically incorrect. You cannot compare a subjective case pronoun with an objective case pronoun, and that's why the sentence contains an error in the third part. It should be replaced by I. He is fatter than I, or he is fatter than I am. Now the sentence is correct because now a subjective case pronoun is compared with another subjective case pronoun and the sentence becomes correct. Okay. Similarly, if you say I is the subjective case, me is the objective case. we is the subjective case, us is the objective case. You, whereas subjective case, you can also be used as an objective case. He becomes him, she becomes her, right? So these are the subjective case and these are the objective case. I hope this clears your confusion, and we will move on to our next question. Question number 3 in your script. So this is 2013 FCI assistant examination. Now the question is, my uncle forced my friend and I to stay back. My uncle forced my friend. Acha, this forced, this is our verb. This is our verb. Now, we know when we ask verb with what and whom, if we ask verb with what or whom, if we get an answer, then that is the object of the verb. We know that. That is the object of the verb. Now, my uncle forced. So, this is our verb. Now, if I ask question to the verb, my uncle forced what? There is no answer. My uncle forced whom? Then you get an answer. That answer is my friend and I. So this total phrase, my friend and I, it becomes the object of this verb. So we can say that it is forced. This is a transitive verb. You can say this is a transitive verb because it has taken object. If it is the transitive verb, and if my friend and I, these are the objects of this verb. Now, focus on I. I, we know, I এক্ষুনি বলেছি I, that is the subjective case of the pronoun. I, that is the subjective case of the pronoun. Now, a subjective case of the pronoun has been used as the object of the verb. Therefore, it is grammatically incorrect. You cannot use a subjective case pronoun as the object of the verb. That means when the pronoun is used as the object, obviously it should be in its objective case. So the correct answer should be me. So my uncle forced my friend and me to stay back. Right, guys? Next one. This is from CGL 2018. Last summer, he went to his grandparents' village and enjoyed very much. Last summer, he went to his grandparents' village and enjoyed very much. Now, focus on this part. Focus on this part. Enjoyed. Now, enjoy is a verb which is called transitive. Enjoy is a transitive verb. Suppose if I write, I enjoyed last night. I enjoyed last night. Next sentence, if I write, I enjoyed the party last night. I enjoyed the party last night. Now, between these two sentences, this first sentence is incorrect, next sentence is correct. Why? Because as I have said, enjoy is a transitive verb. So, enjoyed should always be used with an object. And if the object is not given, then the sentence is incorrect. In the first sentence, I enjoyed what? No answer. I enjoyed whom? No answer. Because this one is an adverb. This one is an adverb. In order to be an object of the verb, you need. In order to be an object, you need you need either noun or pronoun. In the next sentence, enjoy verb has a noun, the party. Now this becomes the object of this verb, therefore this sentence is correct. Now if we talk about the main sentence, last summer he went to his grandparents village and enjoyed very much. So obviously, in this sentence, enjoy verb doesn't have an object. Therefore, the sentence is wrong here. Now, if the transitive verb doesn't have an object, you have to provide an object. The correct sentence should be, you have to here provide himself. That means a reflexive pronoun should be used after enjoyed. So last summer he went to his grandparents' village and enjoyed himself very much. Then the sentence becomes correct. Okay, next one. This is a question from 2013 MTS examination. If I were him, I would have taught those cheats a lesson. 2013 MTS. Now, here in this sentence, look in the first part, if I were him. First of all, you can ask question just sir why, where is used after I. Now this is a conditional sentence, mane this one is a hypothetical situation. If I were him, mane I am not him, but I assume hypothetically. If I say if I were him, in case of conditional or hypothetical situations, usually where is used after I. Okay, now acha ei je where, what kind of verb is where? Was where? What kind of verb are they? Now they are called be verbs. They are called be verbs. And be verbs are not transitive. Be verbs are not transitive. If be verbs are not transitive, now is a him. it seems like it is used as the object of this be verb, but be verbs are intransitive, they are not transitive. Therefore, you cannot use an objective case of the pronoun after be verbs, because in the previous question we discussed that a transitive verb can take an object. So if you are using a pronoun for as an object of the transitive verb, obviously it should be in its objective case. But here be verbs, they are not transitive, they're intransitive verbs. If they're intransitive, they cannot take an object. Now an objective case of the pronoun is used. Therefore, the sentence is wrong here. It should be, if I were he, I would have taught those cheats a lesson. Okay, guys. So after be verbs, always subjective case of the pronoun should be used. After be verbs, always subjective case of the pronoun should be used. Next, everyone should respect those parents, teachers, and elders. Now, এটা 2023 কোয়েশ্চেন CGL। আচ্ছা, এই যে এভরিওয়ান এগুলোকে বলা হয় এভরিওয়ান, এভরিবডি, নো ওয়ান, নো বডি, সামওয়ান, সামবডি, এনিওয়ান, এনিবডি, এগুলোকে বলা হয় indefinite pronouns. Indefinite pronouns. Now, all these pronouns, they are singular. They are singular. তাহলে if they are singular, they should be followed by a singular verb as well as a singular personal pronoun. Now look at the sentence. Everyone should respect. So should respect, modal auxiliary is used. Therefore, we cannot predict. We cannot say whether it is singular or plural. But after that, each of those personal pronoun is used. It is used for this everyone. Now there is the error. Everyone should respect. আমি কি বলেছি যে those indefinite pronouns, they are followed by singular, they are singular, therefore they are followed by singular verb, and a singular personal pronoun should follow them. তাহলে those, it is wrong. It should be his or her parents. Everyone should respect his or her parents, teachers, and elders. That should be the correct answer. Clear, guys? Now, next question. Question number 7. This is 2023 CPO. My sister and me have a keen interest in learning classical music. It is very easy. Look at the sentence, the subject of the sentence. My sister and me. This is the sentence's subject. This is the subject of the sentence. My sister. There is no problem, but look at here, me. I have already discussed me. That is the objective case pronoun. So the basic concept is you cannot use an objective case pronoun as the subject of the sentence. যেটা আমি example দিয়েছিলাম যে him is a good boy. It sounds absurd and it is wrong. Similarly, if I say me is a good boy, that also seems absurd and wrong. Therefore, it should be replaced by my sister and I have a keen interest in learning classical music. Okay? Next one, question number 8. This is again 2023 CPO. The small coffee shop at the end of the road is dash. Acha, let's take two examples. Suppose if I say, this is my book and this book is mine. What is the difference between these two sentences? Look, in the first sentence, book, it is our noun, and my, it is used to qualify this book. So you can say this is an adjective. What kind of adjective? Possessive adjective. Why possessive adjective? Because this particular word denotes, tells us about this possession. That's why in the first sentence, my, this is possessive adjective. তাহলে আরো ভালোভাবে বললে, this is the possessive adjective case of the pronoun. But when I write the next sentence, meaning wise, these two sentences are similar. But the difference is its structure. Now, the book, that same noun, has been placed before this pronoun. So, as the noun is used before this pronoun, this pronoun becomes independent. Now, here, this pronoun also denotes possession. This pronoun also denotes possession, but here it is not an adjective, it is possessive pronoun. It is possessive pronoun. তাহলে আমি কেন এটা বললাম? না, look at this sentence, the small coffee shop at the end of the road. Now, small coffee shop, this one is the noun, and in this blank you have to choose something, you have to choose something which will tell us about this position, যেটা আমাদের এই পজিশন সম্বন্ধে বলবে। কিন্তু এটা পজেসিভ অ্যাডজেক্টিভ হতে পারে না, ইট ক্যানট বি পজেসিভ অ্যাডজেক্টিভ বিকজ দ্য নাউন ইজ ইউজড at the beginning of the sentence. তাহলে there we know there is a possessive adjective, so it cannot be our right answer. Mine is possessive pronoun, এই যে এখানে লিখেছি mine possessive pronoun, so this can be our right answer. My, again possessive adjective, should not be taken. Our possessive adjective should not be taken. The correct answer is mine. The small coffee shop at the end of the road is mine. This is our correct answer. I hope this clears your confusion, guys. যদি সেশন ভালো লাগে প্লিজ একটা লাইক করে দিও। Now we will move on to our next question. What is the name of the Swami whom autobiography impressed you so much? This is CGL Men's 2022. 2022 CGL Men's question. Now, what is the name of Swami, name of the Swami whom? Focus on this whom. এগুলোকে বলা হয় রিলেটিভ প্রোনাউন। রিলেটিভ প্রোনাউন কেন রিলেটিভ প্রোনাউন বলে? বিকজ ইট বিল্ডস আপ আ রিলেশন উইথ দ্য নাউন উইথ আদার পার্ট অফ দ্য সেন্টেন্স। নাও, যেমন আমি যদি বলি, সাপোজ আমি যদি বলি ইট ইজ, সাপোজ আমি যদি বলি দিস ইজ দ্য সেম বুক, this is the same book that I bought yesterday. This is the same book that I bought yesterday. Look, the sentence has two clauses. This is the same book that I bought yesterday. And this clause that I bought yesterday, it talks about this book. It talks about this book. কেমন বই? That I bought yesterday. তাহলে আমরা বলতে পারি book that is noun and something that describes a noun is called an adjective. তাহলে আমরা বলতে পারি this is an adjective clause, and here that actually connects this book with the other part of the sentence. That's why that will be called a relative pronoun. Right. Now, in this sentence, what is the name of the Swami whom autobiography impressed you so much? Whom does or whom performs a similar function? So, therefore, this is relative pronoun. Now, whom, who, that is our subjective case. Whom, that is our possessive adjective case. Sorry. That is our objective case. Whom, that is our objective case. Whom, that is our objective case, and possessive adjective case is whose. whose, that is our possessive adjective case. What is the name of the Swami? তাহলে now possessive adjective কোথায় ইউজ হয়? Be possessive adjective should be used before a noun. এখানে autobiography, this one is the noun. So, if this one is the noun, before that, obviously a subjective case and objective case cannot be used. Only a possessive adjective case should be used. The correct answer of A, what is the name of the Swami whose autobiography impressed you so much? Okay, guys, whose autobiography impressed you so much? So, who should be used, which is a possessive adjective case of who, a relative pronoun. Next question, question number 10. After a long and fun-filled day, the children slept themselves peacefully. Now look at here in the third part of the sentence. The children slept themselves. আচ্ছা যে themselves এটা কি? এটা হচ্ছে reflexive pronoun. This one is reflexive pronoun. This one is reflexive pronoun. আচ্ছা আমি কি বলেছিলাম একটু আগে যে রিফ্লেক্সিভ প্রোনাউন শুড বি ইউজড আফটার ট্রানজিটিভ ভার্বস, যেমন আমরা এনজয় এর কথা পড়েছিলাম, আমরা এছাড়া অ্যাকুইট রয়েছে, দোজ আর দ্য ট্রানজিটিভ ভার্বস, অ্যান্ড after them, if there is no object, then reflexive pronoun should be used. But similarly, some verbs are there which are intransitive, and you cannot ever use a relative pronoun after these kinds of verbs. Sleep, that is similar kind of verb. Sleep cannot be followed by a reflexive pronoun. Therefore, the sentence has or sentence contains an error here. Similarly, আমরা যদি বলি স্লিপ, এরকম আরো অনেকগুলো ভার্ব রয়েছে, যেমন আমরা যদি বলি বেদ, বা আমরা যদি বলি সেভ, those are the verbs after which no reflexive pronoun should be used ever. তাহলে correct sentence কি হবে? After a long and fun-filled day, the children slept peacefully. Next question. She has been a member of this club since its formation. She has been a member of this club since its formation. Now, focus on this third part. Since its formation. Now, IT apostrophe S. IT apostrophe S, it means it is or ITS. It means it's, and it is the possessive adjective case of the pronoun. It is the possessive adjective case of the pronoun. Look, formation, which is a noun. So obviously a possessive adjective should be used here. So it cannot be IT apostrophe S. It should be ITS. The correct sentence of A, she has been a member of this club since its formation. Okay. Let's move on to the next slide. Question number 12. It is CGL 2020 question. Everything that I like to eat are fattening. Everything that I like to eat are fattening. Options আছে to eat, are fattening, I like, everything that. আচ্ছা একটু আগে আমি বললাম এই যে everything, everyone, everybody, এগুলো আমরা কি বলেছিলাম? এগুলো আমরা বলেছিলাম they are indefinite pronouns. They are indefinite pronouns. I have also already discussed that indefinite pronouns are always singular. Therefore, they are followed by singular verb. Not only that, a singular pronoun should be followed them. Singular pronoun. Right? Now, everything that I like to eat. Look at the verb. Are fattening. So, as it is singular, what should it be? It should be is. তাহলে this part, B part, that means this part has an error. Everything that I like to eat is fattening, so it should be is fattening. Next question. Question number 13. This is from CHSL 2022. All the young boys and girls in the family will try his luck in the card games tonight. Now, what is the subject? All the young boys and girls. This is our subject. In this subject, there is young boys, which is masculine gender, and also there is girls, which is feminine gender. So, in our subject, both the genders are present, masculine gender and feminine gender. Therefore, look at look at the personal pronoun which is used for this his. We know his is used only for masculine gender. It doesn't cover girls feminine gender. So there is the error. It should be there. Moreover, his is a singular pronoun which should not be used here, because our in our subject there is more than one person present, young boys and girls. This is plural. If the subject is plural, then the personal pronoun should also be plural, and by that logic it should not be his, it should be there. The correct sentence would be the all the young boys and girls in the family will try their luck in the card games tonight. So the error is in the third part of the sentence. Next question, question number 14. This is SSC 2011 and question. May I know to who I am speaking? May I know to who I am speaking? Acha, it's a to. To, that is, what is that? It is a preposition. It is preposition. And prepositions are unique, because prepositions, they are always followed by, always, there is no exception here. They're always followed by an object. Who can be our object? Object can be either noun or pronoun, and therefore, now a verb can also be an object, but it has to be in its gerund form. But therefore, I will say only a noun and pronoun can be an object. Therefore, after to, always a noun or pronoun should be placed. Now, in this question, who is used after to? We know who, that is relative pronoun. Who is a relative pronoun, কিন্তু আমি কি বললাম, a preposition always followed by an object. তার মানে যে নাউনটা বা প্রোনাউনটা প্রিপোজিশনের পরে আমরা ইউজ করছি, that should be in its objective case, because it is the object of the preposition. But who, একটু আগে আমি বলেছি who, that is our subjective case pronoun, and objective case pronoun is whom. তাহলে আনসার হবে may I know to whom, not who. To whom I am speaking. Understood, guys? May I know to whom I am speaking? এবার আসবো question number 15. এটা হচ্ছে CGL 2015 এর question. The article suggests that when a person is under unusual stress, you should be especially careful to eat a well-balanced diet. Acha, the article suggests that when a person is a person, this is third person, right? A person, that is not first person, that is not second person, therefore it is a third person. If a third person is used, and for that, look, you is used for that. We know you, that is a second person pronoun. So subject is our third person, and for that pronoun is our second pronoun is used, that is second person. That's why it is wrong here, the error here. So it should be, the article suggests that when a person is under the unusual stress, he or she should be especially careful to eat a well balanced diet. তার মানে আমাদের অপশনে second option is our correct answer, because the second option contains the error, right? So second option is our answer. Question number 16. This is CHSL 2015. When one takes great risks, they must be prepared for great losses. Acha, in this sentence, one, that is our subject, right? That is our subject. One takes great risk, one is our subject. If one is our subject, it is followed by one is our subject. It is followed by one's oneself. Acha, objective case is also one. So it is followed by one's and oneself. Now, in this sentence, when one takes great risks, look at the pronoun which is used for this subject. Acha, one, it comes under indefinite pronoun category. Again, one is always singular. Therefore, it will be followed by a singular verb and a singular pronoun. So they cannot be used here because it is plural. And so it should be when one takes great risk, it should be replaced by one must be prepared for great losses. তাহলে they must be prepared. So the sentence is error in this part. So your answer should be on option number one. It should be one must be prepared. Okay. Next, our question number 17. Now, each boy was given a toy as a parting gift, which made them happy. Acha, this is also a question from CHSL 2016. Each boy was given. Acha, each. What kind of pronoun is it is? It is distributive pronoun. Distributive pronoun. Each, every, either, neither. Each, every, either, neither. They are called distributive pronouns, and these distributive pronouns, they are always singular. Therefore, they will be followed by singular verb and a singular personal pronoun should be used with them. আচ্ছা এই যে সেন্টেন্সে each boy, here boy that is the noun. So in this sentence, basically each is not a pronoun. Each will be called a distributive adjective. When each is used as a distributive adjective, it should be followed by a singular noun. And when each is used as distributive pronoun, it should be followed by plural noun. যেমন আমি যদি বলি each of the boys, each of the boys is attending the class. Each of the boys is attending the class. Look here, in this sentence, each is a pronoun and it is followed by a plural noun. Okay. So now the point is each, that is distributive adjective here. After that, singular pronoun is used, and after that, was given a singular verb is used. So this part of the sentence is very correct. আমরা যদি মুভ করি নেক্সট সেগমেন্টে, ইচ বয় ওয়াজ গিভেন আ টয় অ্যাজ আ পার্টিং গিফট হুইচ মেড লুক which made them happy. আচ্ছা এই যে them, this is used for each boy, right? এই each boy এটার জন্যই তো them ইউজ হয়েছে, কিন্তু each boy is or each is singular. এক্ষুনি আমি বললাম it should be followed by a singular pronoun. Therefore them cannot be used here. কি হবে? him. তাহলে কারেক্ট আনসার হবে him. আমি যদি এটাকে রিমুভ করে দিই, তাহলে the sentence contains an error in the third part. Here them should be replaced by him. So each boy was given a toy as a parting gift which made him happy. Okay. Number 18. He told me the same story which he told you yesterday. Acha, which I have already discussed. This is relative pronoun. Now, who it is used with human beings or living things, human beings or living things, which this is used for non-living object, non-living object or infants. তাহলে এই যে সেন্টেন্সটা রয়েছে, হি টোল্ড মি দ্য সেম স্টোরি, স্টোরি অবভিয়াসলি নন লিভিং অবজেক্ট, দেয়ারফর হুইচ যেটা ইউজ হয়েছে সেটা কারেক্ট, বাট আনসার ইজ নো। হিয়ার which cannot be used. Why is that? Now there is another relative pronoun which is called that. Now that হচ্ছে unique because that can be used both with humans, also with non-living objects. That দুটো ক্ষেত্রে ইউজ হতে পারে, দ্যাট হিউম্যান বিংস এর ক্ষেত্রে ইউজ হতে পারে, দ্যাট নন লিভিং অবজেক্টের ক্ষেত্রে ইউজ হতে পারে। তাহলে আমরা বুঝবো কি করে, হাউ ডু আই নো, হাউ ডু আই আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ড ওয়্যার শুড উই ইউজ হু, ওয়্যার শুড উই ইউজ হুইচ, or where should we use that? That's why there should be some keywords. Those keywords will tell you যে এখানে that use করতে হবে, এখানে which use করতে হবে। যেমন in this sentence the same is the keyword. Whenever you find the same in the sentence and if there is a relative pronoun, it should be that, never which. It should be that and never which. সেরকম যদি সেন্টেন্সে the little থাকে, যদি সেন্টেন্সে এভরিথিং থাকে, যদি সেন্টেন্সে অল থাকে, এইগুলো these are the keywords. These are the keywords which will tell us that we have to use that as a relative pronoun and not which. So the second part of the sentence contains an error. I hope you are I hope you have understood. So this is today's session and our session ends here. যদি সেশন ভালো লেগে থাকে then please subscribe our channel and like this video. Thank you guys.